Can't. Oh, that's tough. Hey guys, welcome to Comic-Con. It's a world of imagination.
Wired's audience is a tech-obsessed crowd. No surprise. Stan Winston School's crowd is also tech-obsessed, so we had to pack him full of tech surprises. And in our earliest meetings, we talked about those. There had to be lights. There had to be cameras embedded. We talked about embedding a microphone that would be a surprise, that would come out of a gun. Anything we could do to make you go, oh, it can do that too?
One of the nice things about this project is that it's Wired magazine. It's like you have to involve new technology, something fun and exciting. We had meetings to talk about the video, the audio, the lighting effects. We had to address animatronics. We had to address how do we get this character to talk? How do we get it to interact with it? Because that's not normally what we do on set. You're in a live appearance, and it's like, how cool would it be for this thing to have sound effects, have hydraulic noises, servo noises, and this ambient throb that made it seem like it was alive. So Dave Pervious did a lot of programming in Arduino and came up with some great sensors that we've used on film, but not to the level that we used it here.
He created this proximity infrared sensor system that would measure the distance between the sensor and the ground.
And basically it shoots out a beam of infrared light, and when it hits something, it basically bounces back into the sensor. So it can kind of detect where you're at in space within a limited range.
Really fun to play with, and it's like some of my highlights of this, because it's like I want to do it on my Halloween costumes now.
It's triggered by what it's actually doing. It's not some random feedback. It was brilliant, and Alan said, put it everywhere.
We put motion sensors in Bruce's arms so that when he moved his elbow, it would trigger a sound effect. It added a lot of life to it, you know.
This is just a linear pod, like a volume control knob, basically. It just senses a change in resistance, and as I stretch it,
again, we have to balance that with weight and battery life. The technical things that you have to worry about. It's like, how long do the speakers last? How long do the batteries last? The power of the Arduino. What is our backup if one of them doesn't work? So you have to balance, like, how much sound can I put in? It'd be great if we did this, this, and this. Oh, now I need a sound mixer. Or we need two mixers. So it's like, all right, forget the first one. You know, that's that balance of art and commerce.
On the RC side, Con had jumped in hard on creating the actual mechanism that would be radio controlled, that would move the head up and down, side to side.
I wanted to use a particular servo that I usually use. It's very strong, which is servo's heavy. So I can't change the servo, but I took material much as I can to make it lighter. When you do a radio control, you can control the wave the way the servo motor runs. So I create the wave that the two ends, it slows down. Well, do this, do that. But when you have a different wave control, it slows you down there.
Dave Covarrubias, in addition to the sound, started to attack the lighting.
the eyes are the thing that brings it to life. This guy will be able to focus on where, if the body's attention is over here, so will the eyes. He'll be able to lead with the eyes before when the head turns and do all the things that an animatronic head would do. Even though it'll be much simpler. I mean, it's just a LED. The idea is that when he starts talking, it'll also react to the voice. So we'll have a lot more interaction that way.
There's lots of little, tricks in there, to try and get as much production value as cheaply and as light as possible.
The sound and the lighting almost completed the magic trick. The last piece of that puzzle was the voice.
We had to address, how do we get this character to talk? It's like, it needed to look autonomous, and yet at the same time it had to interact with people in a way that we don't usually have to do. We don't worry about the voice, that's added in post. after the fact, but that's not what was going to happen here. It was all have to be live. It had to be live, ad-lib, and very, very fluid and organic.
Welcome to... Does this sound... I can't as well as you guys can. Is it too garbage?
I can tweak the settings and try to get something a little,
Feels like he should have a deeper voice.
Yes.
This is the one you thought was creepy, but is that pitch about the right thing? Hang on.
Hello. How are you?
And it was great. People were drawn to that, and it helped sell the ideas like, what's happening there? It's like, is that a robot? Is that live? It's like, oh my God, there's a guy in there. It's like, how's that making noise?
Putting Bruce in the suit, turning on the lights, turning on the sounds, and the voice, and the RC head, and he was alive.
Wait. Go get him! Go get him! Hi there. Glad to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, wow. You really got into this thing, huh?
Are you enjoying your tour?
Well, not really. I'm scared.
How are you?